This is worksheet 21, and here we have the remaining 7 cases where we have a shaila if the watchman gets the kefel or not, or in some cases, as we'll see in a minute, maybe it's the watchman's children we're talking about. So the previous 2 cases, we had a case where the owner died and the watchman was paying the children. We had a case where the watchman died and the watchman's children are paying the owner. In this case, case number 5, Shilmu banim lebanim. What if the children pay the children? So in this case, both the owner and the watchman died, and the children of the watchman decided to pay the children of the owner for the item that their father had been watching. So, what's the halacha? To the children of the owner, are they willing to pay the kefel to the children of the watchman or not? Similar question to what we had before. The next case, Shile Mechza, if he pays for half. So in this case, everybody's alive again. The owner's alive, the watchman is alive. But in this case, the watchman, instead of paying for the entire item that he had been watching that got lost or stolen, he decides to pay for half. What's the halacha? Does he get half the kefel? That's the way Rashi explains the question. Does the watchman get half the kefel for paying for half of the item? Or no, it's an all or nothing deal. If you pay for the whole item, then the owner is willing to give you all the kefel. But if you don't pay for the whole item, maybe the owner does not give you any of the kefel. So that's the 6th shaila. Here comes the 7th shaila. Sha'al shtei paros. Let's say he borrows 2 cows. V'shilem achas mehen. And he pays for one of them. What's the halacha? So this is very similar to the previous case, but the difference is, in this case, he's actually paying for an entire thing. So he borrowed 2 cows, and it's true he's only paying for half of what he borrowed, but he's paying for 1 cow, at least it's an entire cow. So the shaila here is, the question is, does the owner give the kefel for that 1 cow that he paid, because it's a whole cow, or not? Maybe either you have to pay for the entire thing you borrowed. In this case, it was 2 different cows. And if you're only paying for half, maybe you don't get any kefel. Or no, maybe you get kefel for that 1 cow that you paid. Next case, sha'al min hashutfin, if a borrower borrows something from partners. So you have 2 people who own something as a partnership, and one borrower comes along and he borrows that item from the partnership, from the 2 owners. V'shilem la'echad mehen, but afterwards he only pays one of the partners his half. What's the halacha? Does that one partner sell him his half of the kefel, or no, he doesn't get any kefel? Next case, similar case, but the other way around. Shutfin sheshalu. Let's say 2 people as partners come along and they decide to jointly together borrow something from one owner. V'shilem echad mehen, and one of the 2 partner borrowers pays his portion to the owner. What's the halacha? Does the owner give him kefel for his half because he paid? Or no, if he didn't get his entire payment back, he doesn't give any kefel. That's the next question. Next question, sha'al min ha'isha. Let's say a watchman is borrowing, a borrower is borrowing something from a lady. V'shilem lebala, and after the thing he's watching is lost or stolen, instead of going back to the lady to pay, he goes to the lady's husband and pays her for the thing he was watching. What's the halacha? Is it good enough to pay the husband and that she's willing to give the kefel for that case because at least he paid her husband? Or no, if you didn't pay her directly, she was the one who owned the thing and the watchman borrowed it from her, and if he doesn't pay her, maybe she doesn't give him the kefel. And the last case is the other way around. Isha sheshala. Let's say a lady borrows from somebody else. V'shilem bala, and she never pays for the thing that she was borrowing that got lost or stolen, but her husband decides to pay on her behalf to the owner. What's the halacha in that case? Does the owner say, the watch lady never paid me, so I'm not giving her kefel? Or does the owner say, listen, at least her husband paid me, so I am willing to give her the kefel? So on all of these 11 shilas that we had, where we were asking, does the watchman get the kefil or not? For all of these, the Gemara ends off, teku, we'll stand on it. We don't know the answer, and so we'll have to wait and stand on it and see what happens.